After the intensity of anger and resistance begins to settle, the mind often moves into a quieter stage of change. A stage that looks calmer on the surface, but is actually very complex internally. This stage is called bargaining. Bargaining is the mind's attempt to negotiate with change. At this point, the reality of the situation is becoming clearer. Denial is no longer fully convincing. Resistance alone cannot restore the old sense of control, but the identity built around past beliefs and habits is still strong. So the mind begins searching for compromise. Instead of rejecting change completely, it tries to adjust only partially. You may begin thinking, maybe I just need to improve this one skill. If I change this small behavior, everything else can stay the same. I can adapt a little, but I don't need to change the whole system. These thoughts reflect a natural psychological strategy. Identity structures develop slowly over time. They are built from experiences, successes, failures, and repeated patterns of thinking. When change challenges those structures, the mind tries to preserve them as much as possible. Bargaining is the attempt to reduce the cost of transformation. Instead of asking, "How must I change?" the mind asks a different question. What is the smallest change that will solve this problem? Sometimes this approach can produce short-term improvements. You may adjust certain behaviors, test new strategies, or explore different perspectives. From the outside, it may even look like progress, but internally, the deeper assumptions that shaped your previous identity may still remain untouched. This is why bargaining can sometimes create the illusion of change without fully resolving the underlying challenge. You might notice this pattern in many areas of life. A professional who struggles with feedback might improve presentation skills but still avoid honest conversations. A leader might introduce new rules without changing how they listen to their team. A person pursuing personal growth might read new ideas while quietly holding on to the beliefs that limit them. These half measures are not signs of weakness. They are part of the mind's natural process of adjustment. Bargaining allows experimentation. It creates a safe psychological space where the mind can explore new possibilities, without immediately abandoning the identity it has relied on for years. During this stage, curiosity often begins to grow. You may start noticing small insights that were previously hidden. New perspectives may feel less threatening. The change that once felt overwhelming may begin to feel possible. But there is still tension, because somewhere in the background, the mind is beginning to realize something important. Small adjustments may not be enough. At some point, the deeper patterns that shape identity must also change. And when this realization becomes clear, a difficult moment often follows. The moment when the old identity begins to dissolve. This moment can feel like a loss of certainty. Confidence may temporarily decrease. Motivation may fluctuate. The future may feel unclear. This experience is often uncomfortable, but it is also a powerful turning point, because it signals that the mind is preparing to release the old identity completely. And that moment leads to the next stage of transformation, the stage where the familiar structure of the self begins to collapse, making space for something new to emerge. In the next lesson, we will explore that stage, the stage of collapse, where uncertainty becomes the gateway to real change.